This is a test of the emergency broadcast system. It's working.
Are you hearing the song?
It's working. So I'm going to say this again. I can still hear the birds farting.
Spring has sprung.
Yes.
All right, here we go. The Lunsby Show with the T-Bone.
And Chick Brew.
God bless. All these years, just get it right one time.
What do you want from me?
40 years they've been trying. You couldn't fire somebody if they were horrible, doing a terrible job for the veterans. And now you can say you're fired.
Okay. No one listens to radio.
And now for a quick disclaimer. The Lunsby Show with T-Bone
And Chick Brew.
is brought to you by nobody. We have no sponsors.
The show is still rated G.
For Gloria.
How does your body process anger?
Go to sleep.
Like real anger. Not like a little irritation, like a kind of anger.
I go to sleep.
That's impossible.
No.
Heavily medicated.
My body just completely gives up on everything.
You're a fainting goat human.
I'm a fainting goat human. My brain says, no, thank you. I do not wish to participate. And
All of my levels get accelerated, get amplified, get heightened. My blood pressure, my respirations, the angrier I get, I am close to being a fainting goat.
right. You by accident and heart failure, and me by choice. Very strong refusal to participate in things that are uncomfortable.
Have such a serious headache right now. And to the listeners, I guess we should knock out what do we call this? The domestics. Hey, hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Welcome to the Lunsby Show. I'm T-Bone. That's Chick Brew. She lives in southern Spain. I live in central Pennsylvania. We get together once a week, and we try not to kill each other. That's this week all summed up. And it is mostly my fault. So today's drama, and I really wanted no drama today. I had great stuff to talk about. I was looking forward to it. I did the supplemental this morning. It was a great show. And I roll into doing this taping, and I just can't get the board to work. I can't turn it on, turn it off enough. I can't turn the computer on or off enough. I've done all of the things. I can get nothing to work. I even switched out microphones. I switched out computers. I switched out cables. I am progressively getting angrier and angrier and angrier because I can't figure out what the problem is. Even if I could just figure it out, like if the board was dead, okay, I got to replace the board, no big deal. But I couldn't pinpoint it until I worked through everything. And luckily, my partner has the patience of a saint because I was losing it. I was losing it. And then I found a solution.
Got a little snack.
And,
See,
then I found the solution, and I put everything back together, and I feel better, except all of the pressure in my brain is trying to escape through the back of my eyeballs.
Oh.
So that may affect my mood a little bit today as we go along.
How are you going to carry the show if you're in a bad mood? My guy, I need you to get it together.
I am trying to get it together. It was a race weekend. They raced down in Australia. Ferrari came in third and fourth. I'm very happy with that because Ferrari's now my side piece. Cadillac, my main baby, my main squeeze, she was at the bottom of the bottoms.
Not the bottoms.
Yeah, which is why I had to go back to my side piece. I want to tell you a tale of AI that you're not going to believe. And then I'm going to tell you another tale. I'm going to tell you another tale of AI and what I can't believe. AI tale number one, the unbelievable version. I am perusing, I am scrolling, I'm doing what humans do in the 21st century. I'm reading things with my thumb, just scroll and read. And I come across the dumbest thing possible, and it's outrageously wrong. It is not just a lie, it is a complicit untruth of reality. They put together something that was really, really wrong, and I felt the need to speak on it. And I did. I used some letters that commonly let people know that they should be quiet, but not in such a polite manner. And then I called them an idiot because I believed they were a bot trolling and trying to diversify and bifurcate the American peoples. These bots that exist out there in the internets, they team up you against me and me against you, and they're working really hard to separate all of us from each other. And I saw this for what it was, and I said some letters, called the bot an idiot, and I let it be. Here is the part that even I, the experiencer of this thing, still find kind of unbelievable. The bot researches me, goes to my profile, takes one of the images off take a snapshot of one of the videos on my profile, and then responds by calling me, ugly and hideous. It was name calling me, but it did it in such a way that it was clear that this is not English. These words don't go together. They don't make sense together. So it's either a Russian troll farm or it was a bot. But to think that
I am just also, hold on, timeout. One, where are the American troll farms? Because that's a job I would like to get paid to do. I don't say anything on the internet ever. I feel like that is a position that I am qualified for. I would love to say things on the internet, but I don't want them associated with me. So I would like to go ahead and throw my name in the hat for real person.
American troll farms.
For the people.
Well, we could just start it.
We need some money.
So there's not going to be any money in an American troll farm going against Americans. We'd have to learn a different country's language, and
we wouldn't.
We'd have to.
We wouldn't. We would Google Translate it like everyone else.
Yes. Okay.
I'm ready for this.
ATF, American Troll Farms. Because I think they went to BATF. I think they went back to their old school initials because they found out there was more money to be made with 4 initials than 3 initials. So if it's not taken, we'll just become the ATF, the American Troll Farm. We'll set up fake profiles and we'll argue with strangers on the internet for money.
I'm just jealous because it seems like other countries got cooler jobs.
Do they? I
want to talk to people I don't know and will never meet on the internet. It sounds like a great time. Minimal repercussions. I just
couldn't believe it went so far as to research me, take an image, a screenshot of me, and then reply to me insulting me. I thought, and that's where, okay, you win. You have way more time and energy to do this because the things I have to do to respond to you would take time, and you're doing it instantly. So yeah, you win. Good for you. John Connor doesn't have a chance. Now that was one thing that happened. The other thing that happened was I found out I can make music. I am now an artiste. Okay? And you better put some respect on it when you say it.
Put the speckle on it.
Free music. I got to pull it back up because when I shut everything down, I didn't bring it back up. AI generator. Let's go to Marika. So, necessity being the source of invention, I think that's what it is. I knew I was just tired of dealing with some of the rules out there when it comes to using other people's property. And I wasn't doing it for money, and I wasn't trying to take any money from anybody, but there's these copyright bots, speaking of bots, that search the internet for sounds that are attributed to an artist, and then they report you and start sending you nasty letters and things like that. So wherever I can, I try to find a solution. Maybe it's taking half a second of a song and looping that over and over again so it's indistinguishable. But what I have been using for years as the beginning and the end of the show was a great band that no one had ever heard of before. I'm pretty sure I got their music off one of those royalty-free websites. But then, after years of using it, I started getting all of these, this is protected. You can't use this. You don't have permission. And I'm like, but I did have permission when I started using it. Well, you don't have permission anymore. Give us money. That's what it all comes down to. Gimme, gimme, gimme.
Yeah, I would also like someone to give me money.
I went in, I wished I could tell you the prompt that I used. I went into an AI music maker and I basically said, I want that big bang poppin' sound with a jazz. I want some cymbals. I want some crashes. I want some drums and some pianos. And I want some sexy sax. I want all these things laid out in a way that makes you want to thump your feet. This is what I want. And I don't know if you clicked on it, but this is
I listened to it.
a piece of what I got. Oh, yes! Does that not make you want to thump your feet?
Yeah.
It
I
is.
want to sneeze a little bit. I had to sneeze. It was so good.
I am so proud of that, and that came out really, really well. The other one that I did, and I thought you would appreciate, so we had for years Lauryn Hill's song, Everything. So it's only about 3.5 seconds of it. Everything, everything, it's got that little beat in the back of it, and it was nice. And I tried to copy her style, and this is what we got. This is a sample of what we got in my first attempt.
Everything.
I do like it. I'm not saying it's bad. I like it. But that gives me two options, and this was the second option. I'm not going to play all of it, and I pieced it out so that later on you'll hear it when we do the Book of Everything. You'll hear this as the new intro to it. All right, I got to skip forward a little bit.
Everything.
The book of everything.
Oh, yes.
Of everything.
So I create that last night, and I'm upstairs, and the male voice comes in that I wanted, the male voice there, and he comes in with the book of everything, and I'm laughing loudly and screaming, yes, 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 and it freaks my wife out. Because I guess when you're alone in the bedroom, exclaiming loudly, yes, 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 can
To a
be
man's voice, but that's never been a pattern in the past.
could be mistaken. So I think all of the time about your old weather intro.
Oh yeah, weather. That was a good one.
It was a really good one, and everyone knew you and knew you were the weather singing woman. They knew you as the weather singer.
Yeah.
We didn't have AI back then.
Nope.
Could you imagine how dangerous we could have been back then? I would have definitely paid money.
We were already dangerous enough to get fired, so I don't know that we needed assistance.
Let's be fair. I got fired. We collectively got fired, but they still allowed you to play in the sandbox. I couldn't play in the sandbox anymore. Unless we went through mandatory training that we both agreed. That was not going to happen.
No one has time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that. So initial thoughts on the music, if you've listened to both of them, what are your thoughts?
I like it. I would like to hear and send it to me in Messenger so I could just listen to the whole thing. I would like to hear the second one again.
The second one is.
You only sent me.
I only sent you the one that I chose was better.
Yeah, I'd like to hear both of them in the entirety. I listened to it. I wanna like spend some time with it.
On this website, it'll just play them for you over and over again, which is this morning for the supplemental and the 30 minutes prior, I just let the thing run, and I was just letting that music run. The book of everything.
Let the music play.
Oh, it's so good. I'm so happy with it, and even the producer thought it was pretty cool.
Well, I mean, the producer is a fan of yours.
Wow.
For sure.
Legally, she's required to be a fan of mine.
No, she's not. That's how we end up with those like snap.
I am so excited about this. I'm ready to play it again, and just let's go to the book of everything.
Everything, 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 everything.
The book of everything.
One of everything.
One of everything.
One of everything.
The book of everything.
One of everything. The book of everything.
And and then I hit the not record button. Don't want to do that.
Oh, no.
We have done that before, and anybody who's been doing podcasts for any period of time has done a ghost episode where they do an entire episode. They just kind of forget the important part about talking about it. Here we go again with a different way of hitting the button.
Everything, 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 everything.
The book of everything.
One of everything.
One of everything.
One of everything.
The book of everything.
One of everything. The book of everything.
It's so good. It's so good. There's no way I'm going to release this and not let the people hear it, because it's everything and then it's got that melodious part to it, and there's three, and then the dude comes in with the book of everything. It's so good. It's so good. Well, you won't hear any of that, or maybe some of it. But the bottom line is, it's time for the book of everything. We go to the book of everything once a week, and we try to find a strange, unusual, or interesting fact, and then we challenge you, the listener, the audience member, the friend, the family member, the fan, to use this fact that we mined for you, to use this fact in some interesting conversation. And we try to keep them fun and short. And this is a great one anybody can use in any conversation. In the 19th century, sausages were marketed as bags of mystery.
As a what?
In the 19th century, sausages were marketed as bags of mystery.
No, I feel like that was bad choice.
We've come a long way since the 1800s.
How do we even... But how did sausage survive that marketing plan? That's the question.
Why haven't hot dogs been called bags of mystery?
Because it's terrible.
Hot dogs are delicious and amazing.
No, I mean, that slogan, horrific. We still have sausage and that's still a thing is mind-boggling. If that was the way that it was marketed.
So something I don't understand, if I have everything on that's supposed to be on, and I have lights on the stream deck, I wonder why that didn't come across. But I can't get my brain wrapped around that, because then I'll spiral out of control again, and I'm just getting back into a better place. The reason I ask is because there's other buttons that have to be pushed on this thing throughout the course of the show. That's the reason that you're here, is so I can push a button and save myself all this time and energy. I refuse to spiral out of control again.
I love dogs.
And I just realized that I didn't plug power back into the laptop, and that needs to be fixed right away. So talk amongst yourselves.
Also, Tony tries to figure out how power works. I will tell you about this guy I follow on Instagram because I don't know what else to talk about. So, anywho, follow this guy on Instagram, and his name is the Churro King. He talks about poop. But I appreciate him because all he does is all of the internet fads of like, oh, drink this tea and you will be skinny in 5 days because you basically pooped your entire mass out of your body. And I'm never going to do any of those things because I, again, don't like to be uncomfortable. But I do appreciate that there are people in this world that are willing to practically poop themselves so that I don't have to.
You know I'm going to know if you said anything bad about me, right?
I did leave you a little bonus content in there.
Well, you know who didn't leave us a bonus? And I checked. Not only did I check, I also emailed her and said, hey, we record on Sundays, and if you want us to make commentary about the things that you send us, we have to have it before we record. And no response at all. She's bad. She's bad, okay? Who we're speaking of two bars who apparently last weekend, I found out, tried to set her world on fire. And
so what happened?
I don't know. And she wanted to tell me, and I was like, no, that's not how that works. If you're on the show, you tell me things on the show.
Yeah.
Because I believe it's going to be interesting, fun, and entertaining, but I cannot guess anything. I'm going to push a button real quick just to see if I fix something.
Everything.
I did not.
Everything.
No.
Okay. I don't know why. I don't know why. And I don't want to think about that too much. And everything that I go to is on this Stream Deck. It's there for a reason. What if I go to the source so that I could just maybe push the button here and see if this works? I'm going to drop it down a little bit and hit the button. Oh yeah, that's even more of a fail. That didn't work at all.
It's okay. I just sneezed while you were doing that. So.
But didn't I play? Is it just that one? Hold on one second.
Hey everybody, it's T-Bone. Did you know you can listen to the Lunsby Show on the iHeartRadio app? The team at iHeartRadio has created 2 new features on the app. You can now auto-download to your device and be notified whenever new episodes are released, all for free using the iHeartRadio app. And you can listen to the Lunsby Show from anywhere. iHeartRadio. Discover music, radio, and podcasts you'll love.
All right, so that did work. Is it just the link to the book that failed me?
Everything, 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 everything.
The book of everything.
One of everything.
One of everything.
One of everything.
The book of everything.
One of everything. The book of everything.
Did you hear that? Well, I saw lines going up and down. I guess I'll find out later if it did anything. But, okay, so some of the board works. The most recent addition to the board apparently is not working. I will work on that as we continue to test things and make sure things work. We do not have a button for the question of the week. And we got some good responses to the question of the week, but I have to find them. Do you remember what the question of the week was?
Was it the pasta?
It was the pasta. Now, to be fair, our friend Damian is the one who offered up the question to me. He and his friend Sean Dickensheets there, they run the Attempted Delivery podcast, a couple of mailman comics who deliver mail by day and comedy by night. They're good guys and they got a great show and it's fun to listen to and I like it. And he listens to us and I like that he listens to us. But his participation is mostly behind the scenes in private messages. But we did get plenty of responses to the question, what is your favorite pasta shape? Now, I was going to say, what is your favorite pasta? And he intonated that I should probably be a little bit more specific or people are going to say stupid things. And I don't think he was wrong. Acini di pepe. Do you know what acini di pepe is?
The one with the hole down the center?
Acini di pepe is the little tiny round circles. They're little bitty. I tell you what they look like. They look like someone took a spaghetti-o and made it thin. What's the little round spaghetti you could eat with a spoon? But these are like spaghetti-o holes. These are small enough to fit inside a spaghetti-o, but their walls are slightly tall and very, very skinny. That's our friend Corey thinks that is the best. Corey is the mother of some amazing kids who also listen to the show on occasion. And a pretty cool husband, too. A nice family there, the Corey family of all of them. Damian pops in with his response that was incredibly funny. And if you remember any of your Italian, you'll know why. His favorite is bucatini. He likes the bucatini, but he says it's hard to find. His papau, I guess that's the Greek version of papa or poppy, would make it with meat sauce instead of spaghetti, so it was very nostalgic for him. Oh, how lovely. And then he said, my favorite more traditional shape is linguine. The wife's is penne. That, as I told him in the thread there, was, I don't know if it was intentional or if it was unintentional, but it was very, very funny. And he's like, what on earth do you speak of? And I had to explain to him that penne pronounced the same way. Penne is pasta, and penne is also a meat noodle. And we shared a good laugh over that.
Meat noodle.
A meat noodle.
Meat noodle.
You understand?
I do.
Okay.
I just also think it's funny to say meat noodle.
I thought it was a clever way of saying the thing I wanted to say without being dirty about it.
It was very PG.
Yes, old mama out there, she likes the fettuccine. She's got a cool little thing. Jessica, she likes a rotini. The other Jessica, we got a lot of Jessicas, she likes a tortellini. Now, and her husband agrees with the tortellini, but I think tortellini is very, very specific. Chef Christina, when we come back, we're going to talk about tortellini in a different segment. And Two Bars said heart. Do they make heart-shaped pasta?
I'm sure they do. They make meat noodle-shaped pasta.
They make a penny pasta.
Can't imagine that a heart would be far from options.
I like Damian. I think he's funny, and I think he's got a good sense of humor. Do you think it would be untoward of me to buy his wife some actual penne pasta? You know, the pasta shaped like a penne?
I don't know the extent of your friendship.
I mean, you know.
If it was delivered to me, I would be like, this is hilarious. I don't know.
We don't do sleepovers or anything like that, but
for
we're
him
cool with
say,
one another.
In case you haven't tried the penne, you could offer it to him that way. I don't want to say yes when he throat punches you and it's my fault.
Here's the answer. The answer is I'm not going to do it. I found some Barilla. Barilla's got the limited heart pasta. That looks like a tasty pasta because it's shaped like a heart, but it's tall. It's tall and thin and heart-shaped, and I like that. But I figured I would price check what a penne, what a penne pasta, what a meat noodle shaped pasta would cost. And
what it goes for these days.
Yeah, I like Damian, but I'm not spending $44 on a joke for him. Not gonna do that. $44 for a box of penne.
Throat punch.
Yes. So that was our question of the week last week, and that's how the question. It says view more comments. Did I miss anybody? I don't want to miss anybody. Damien and me going back and forth, and the fettuccinis. Oh yeah, we're going to talk about tortellini when we get to our segmente. Question of the week for next week. Can you help me come up with one, or do we need to use AI? There's got to be something that you're curious about what other people think.
Humans, you know me. Oh, you have an opinion? That's fantastic. Period. No, maybe, I don't know. What is everyone watching on Netflix?
Oh, I'm sorry. I think one of the important things about the question of the week is when we get done giving everybody else's response, I ask you, what's your favorite pasta?
Yeah, but I want to know what your favorite pasta is.
Well, I asked you first.
Well, I like bow tie.
Oh, okay.
Because I like it because I like when it's like where the little center is like a little more al dente than the rest.
Uh-huh.
And they make good scoopies for getting more sauce into your body.
Yes, as a sauce delivery vehicle, farfalle is by far the best day. And I am
the best day of the farfalle.
I am a big fan of what y'all normal people call bow ties.
Bow tie pasta.
But what's on the box, I believe, is farfalle. I'm a huge farfalle fan, but in the tortellini discussion, I think the only time I've really gone over the top in thanking someone for making me food was gnocchi.
Oh.
I had the best gnocchi in the world in Seoul, South Korea. And I demanded to speak to I demanded to speak to the chef. And he came out and I gave him the deepest bow I could give him. He was so kind. And I was like, where did you learn to cook so authentically? And he's like, yeah, I learned this in cooking school. And I was like, that is the best I've ever had. And I lived in Italy for 5 years. It was phenomenal. And there was only like 6. That's, when you're spending good money on quality food, it's not about quantity. They're going to give you a very small portion of some amazing flavor. And that's exactly what he did.
So that you have to go back and purchase more. You cannot get your fill.
Well, I don't know. You go to a 2-star restaurant and you don't necessarily ask for more.
No, I mean, you just have to go back.
I got a bunch of random suggestions for funny questions of the week. I also have a randomizer here, which we could use. Question of the day generator for all ages. I have done such a thing in the past. I think the wheel of everything is one of those things where I can't get people to make a decision like you. So we do the
I knew who you were talking about. You didn't have to say it out loud. I was well aware of what you were thinking.
So we do the wheel of destiny. My coworkers on Friday, I've tried to get them into the habit of breaking bread with one another. That on Fridays, because we have very low participation in the building, there's only some of us survivors that remain, that we all meet in one place and we sit down and we eat lunch together. It doesn't have to be complicated, but they want to make it complicated, okay? It's not just, bring your lunch into this room, sit down and eat your lunch with us. No. Let's collectively get something together. And then it's, what do you want to get? I don't know. What do you want to get? I don't know. What do you want to get? I don't know. It just keeps going on. And then eventually, it always comes down to me like, this is what we're getting. And everyone's like, yeah, cool, agree. For future instances of this at the office, I'm going to come up with another randomizer. And anytime they can't make a decision on what we're doing for lunch, I'm just going to hit it and say, this is what we're doing. And we will do what the randomized choice is. Every time. It's important that you obey the rules that you make.
The randomizer. You
yes.
gotta live by the randomizer.
I also live by the randomizer.
You said that, and I'm like, oh, not me driving to the baseball fields to sit in my car and eat my lunch by myself every day just to avoid having to do what you just suggested.
So your coworkers want to have lunch with you, and you want to be antisocial.
I couldn't tell you if they want to have lunch with me because when lunchtime hits, I am in my car driving away as fast as possible. I go sit over by the baseball fields by Pizza Via, and I put on a podcast or my audiobook or whatever I'm listening to, and I sit in silence, and it's glorious.
I think I got a good one. Hold on one second.
I've been muting myself because you have headphones on.
Thank you.
I might want to do it again.
Where would you relocate to if you were forced to leave the country? That's a good question, I think.
The one I'm currently living in?
No. I'm thinking as a question of the week, I think that might be a good one to use.
Oh.
Your thoughts?
But do I need to think about?
Yes. If you're answering the question, it would be you leaving the country you're in.
I don't want to.
It's hypothetical.
I don't want to jinx it into
You don't want to put that into the universe.
Yeah, I'll think on it though.
All right. Well, that's what we're going to use for next week's question of the week. If you were forced to leave the country, as a matter of fact, it's so funny. I used that as a threat this morning. One of the questions on the supplemental was, on this date at this time, this song became the national anthem of the United States of America. And I basically said, if you don't know the answer to this question, you're a spy and you need to be expunged. You need to go back to whatever country you're spying on us from, because you need to know the name of the song, who wrote the song, and where he wrote the song, or else you're a spy. You are evil. You're a no good Nick. So if I were to expunge them, if they did not know the answer and we were going to kick them out of the country, we need to know what country they want to go to. I could think of some. And the benefit of me getting kicked out of America is, and the fun part is you would create the vacancy. All right, Check Brew, you got 24 hours to get out of the country. Hey, Check Brew, I just got the same message. I got 24 hours to get out of the country. How about we crisscross? Yeah, I'll take your house. You take a mine.
No, that's not fair. That's not a fair trade. I don't. No, thank you.
How is that not a fair trade?
No. You want me to swap Spain?
No, you're done. They're kicking you out.
Take my Spain. You want me to go to Pennsylvania?
Central Pennsylvania.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. One, it's cold.
I'll send you some pictures. It's quite beautiful.
I bet it's absolutely stunning.
We have this thing called foliage.
What is the temperature right now? And I'll tell you, I'm wearing my slippers. I preheated this room it's 60 degrees outside. Okay?
It is 61 degrees here. I'm not lying. It's 61 degrees.
I believe you. It can't be any colder.
Well, as long as you're not in the basement, you're fine. The basement's just the coldest part of your house because it's insulated by all the cold dirt all the way around it. And I went outside to warm up before we started taping.
Yeah, no, I preheated this room.
Nice.
But we had like surprise random rain earlier this week. You know how it is here. When it rains inside the house, completely different temperature than outside.
Definitely. All right, so that's going to be our question of the week next week, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll clean some of that up, and that's going to put us at a different, probably about 4 minutes of cleanup there. So that's going to knock our time down to about 36 minutes. At that point, why don't we talk about food? It's time to talk about cooking.
And tonight proved one thing. All.
Yeah, all of that is working, and that's fantastic. As a reminder, Chick Brew there, she is a chef. She's a no kidding, you can believe it kind of chef. She went to school, she got a certificate, she graduated and all that. I am not. I am but a rank amateur. And I am a happily rank amateur. I love the fact that I don't know what I'm doing, ever, with anything, apparently. I thought I fixed something. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. It appears that I didn't. I'm multitasking poorly. So she is a foodie. She is a foodie. I am a fatty. This is the segment that we talk about food. Before I get into your latest concoctions or possible videos, because you have made some food-making videos for us. I can't wait, but we're gonna wait to talk about it. But I can't wait to talk about it. Tortellinis.
They're delicious.
Yes, and I'm assuming you know how to make them from scratch.
I mean, I've made them before, yeah.
So it's basically a flat sheet of pasta.
And you fill it with heavenly delights. What more is there to say?
If I remember correctly, you used like the top of a floured lid for a glass cup. And you cut in a circle.
Oh, to cut the circle. I see what you're saying. As like the pasta cutter.
Yes.
I don't know. I have a ring mold, so I would just probably use that.
What is the best way to make a tortellini? Because basically what you're thinking of here...
Don't overfill it.
Don't overfill it. Okay. That's also very popular with lumpia.
Dumplings, you know what I mean? Like dumplings or egg rolls. Don't overfill it. You want a lot of deliciousness in there. But
it doesn't cook right.
It doesn't cook right, or it falls apart, or it gets the grease gets stuck in it, and then it's too greasy, and then that's not fun. No one wants to eat that.
I could be making a mistake here. I am thinking of tortellinis as round stuffed pasta.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But
normally you do like
there's a fold over kind.
Sheet, and then you put the bloop in the center, and then you put another sheet over, and then you do either cut them with a little rolly or with a cup.
All right, let me see if make sure I understand. You have a small square. On that small square, you put filling, and then
so every time I made it, I had a long sheet.
Okay.
A long sheet of super thin pasta.
Okay.
And then you can either have 2 sheets or 1 long sheet that you fold over.
Okay.
So you have your sheet of pasta, you put your dollops of deliciousness down, fold the other half over, and then cut them. And then you have your squares.
Okay, but for the round ones, you have to gut out the center to make the little O shape.
For the round ones, you would just do the same thing, but instead of cutting lines, you would just...
If you don't cut out the center, you have ravioli.
Raviolis.
If you cut out the center, you have a tortellini. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, some type of filled pasta donut-looking thing is what you end up with.
Yeah.
In school, you learn to make these. What stuffings were popular at the Culinary Arts Institute?
Well, we did a lot of cheese, obviously. That's like the go-to.
Cheese tortellini is good?
Dude, the place in Rhoda, Alma Verde, same people that own La Dolce Vita.
Okay.
They opened another restaurant called Alma Verde, and they have a cheese and pear tortellini.
Cheese
it's very good.
And pear.
It's very good.
What kind of sauce are they using on that? I'm thinking a pesto.
Just like a very simple bechamel.
Yeah, and that's how you know she's authentic, okay? That word she just said, that's not a normal people word. Normal people don't say that.
Yes, they do. Because so, like, when people make the croque monsieurs and croque madames, those are delicious sandwich.
I've never heard of that in my life. I have no idea what a croque monsieur or a croque madame is.
They're fantastic. They're like a fried ham and cheese sandwich. They're from France. They're magnificent.
Like a Monte Cristo?
Yes.
So you're telling me
Like
the
the
French
bird-
just renamed them Signor and Signora, Madame and Mademoiselle?
Well, one is topped with a fried egg.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Madame has a fried egg on top. If you like eggs, it's the move for sure.
Jordan, our favorite TikToker, our favorite guy who throws his glasses across the room guy, recently learned how to poach an egg in a strainer. Did you see that one?
I saw that. Yeah. What are you talking about?
He woke up for a midnight snack, and then he gets out there and he poaches himself an egg in a strainer, and it looked gorgeous. It looked
gorgeous.
beautiful. Yeah, what kind of dishes would you use that egg for? And while she's thinking of it, let me describe the egg.
Eggs Benedict. Man.
It's a super thin egg with a yolk. So the egg is cooked just enough to contain the yolk inside of it. And you break the yolk and the egg just oozes out. You say Eggs Benedict?
Yeah.
I've heard the name over the years, but I don't know if I've ever had Eggs Benedict. I think it's possible.
Have you never brunched, sir?
I have brunched, but as a alcoholic, my brunch involved mimosas. That's you mean to tell me you can have champagne and orange juice together? Keep them coming, buddy.
And nothing compliments that better than some Eggs Benny.
Okay, tell us about the Eggs Benny for those like me who aren't educated.
It's like an English muffin with some bacon or some center cut ham. A poached egg topped with hollandaise sauce. It's delightful.
That doesn't sound delightful.
It is.
Sounds like an undercooked egg McMuffin with ham.
No, you should definitely have some. You should definitely try it.
The next time I see Eggs Benedict on a menu in front of me, I will. Just for this conversation alone, if I ever find myself in need of some Eggs Benedict, I will. But, I don't see myself going to any of the local diners here in central Pennsylvania and them having...
I don't think all Eggs Benedict are created equal.
having Eggs Benedict on the schedule. I don't see that really happening.
Which is unfortunate. It's very good. I don't really like eggs, So, I'm telling you, I would order.
Would like to move on. Wait, no.
But you didn't even let me tell you about the donut.
I caught that. I caught what I was saying. I caught it just before. Tell us. We want to know what your latest creation was.
Well, so I owed you a pair of shoes, right?
Yes. And for those who have not been around for the inside joke for so long, what is a pair of shoes?
People probably like, what is she talking about? No, the pair of shoes is just, we're making cream puffs. Pat a shoe, puff pastry. Tony calls it a pair of shoes.
Because the French name you use sounds like a pair of shoes.
Yeah, so...
What is it again? Pair of soles?
Pat a shoe?
Pat a shoe. Yeah, it sounds like a pair of shoes.
Pair of shoes.
Okay.
Fine. So I owe you a video on that. So because of the pool fill-in, figured it was a great time to make my neighbors a thank you.
Yes.
And so I made them the cream puffs. I made the videos. It's a lot of video. It's a lot of chopping.
Okay.
A lot of chopping. So bear with me. But one of my favorite donuts is a curler donut. I love it.
Oh, that's the one that looks like braided hair, right?
Yeah, that inside texture. And I had opened one of the puff pastries and I was making sure that, everything was going right.
Oh yeah, quality test, yeah.
I was like, this is the texture of the inside of that donut. I never thought of it before. And it never occurred to me that it's the same dough.
Now,
and it is.
Now with this knowledge, can we take over the world?
I can. I can never get fat again. And then I'll be the size of the world. But I wanted to see if I could air fry it.
Oh.
Instead of deep frying it.
Because that's bad.
Well, just make it a little healthier. And instead of having to use that much oil, because
it's bad.
It's bad. And it's just very wasteful. I'm going to make one donut. I don't need to.
So that thing you showed me on a plate is it was not an oversized tortellini. It was a Cruella de Vil.
It was an air fried donut.
Okay.
And it was delicious.
The most important part of the story. That's what we needed to know. And that is just puff pastries formed into a circle?
Yep. All I did was, instead of piping it into a puff, I piped it in loopy loops around and I made it into a donut.
Oh, and there's video of this.
I forgot to make the video of the piping, but I did show the different rising of the... It was like an experiment. It was one of those oh, can I do this?
We ask a chef chick brew to provide us with videos so that we can learn also the things that she does. And we're not trying to steal her job from her. She's got plenty of people that she can cook for money. But we do want to, make our spouse, because if you can make good food, you can keep your spouse around. If your spouse is thinking about leaving you, but you're good at making food, you might keep them around maybe a couple more years. I mean, eventually, if they want to leave you, they're going to leave you. But the timing of that may depend on the quality of the food that you make. Something to think about. The more you know.
The fatter you grow.
Oh, that's great.
But yeah, it was fun. It was fun to learn something new and to try something new.
When we are looking forward to it. You got anything else food related you want to talk to or talk about?
No.
Yeah, well, why do we have a chef on the show anyway? Hey, let's do something else.
And now it is time for headlines from around the globe.
Every week, she brings me a couple headlines, and it is my job to mine that headline for some type of entertainment value. She'll give it to me straight from the ether, and then I gotta rack my brain around and try to make it entertaining or enlightening or educational. I got some options. That's what I'm going to try to do. Hey, you got a headline for me?
I do.
Do you want to give it to me?
Yeah, sorry. Elon Gust and Dame Judi Drench among storm names set for the new year.
All right, that's stupid. I get it. They're trying to make some fun. Dame Judi Drench, that's funny. And Elon Gust, no, it's not even funny. I don't know who's in charge of the people that thought this was funny. When you first said that, I was like, oh, whatever she's getting ready to tell me about is definitely a drag show. Because drag performers love parodying names. They always got some really questionable naming conferences that they come up with before doing the drags. You know the drags. What's the craziest drag name you've ever heard? I shouldn't have stumped you like that.
Yeah, that's not fair.
Why are we naming storms? That makes no sense. This doesn't feel like something that's taking place in this country. It feels like something that's taking place in a country that doesn't have enough things to do, so they decided that they're going to name storms. Because in America, we have a standard, okay? We have these giant cyclones that pop out of the sky and just kill hundreds of people in the middle of the night. You wake up and all of your neighbors have disappeared. We don't name the storm. We remember the place. Remember Tallahatchie, 1952? We lost 1,500 people that night. That's how, except for hurricanes. Now, we're not in charge of naming the hurricanes, I don't believe. But, the anticipated arrival of a giant storm, you have to kind of give it some kind of name. Because when it leaves the North Verde Islands there in Africa and it's making the transition across the gigantic Atlantic, it's not moving very fast. So they start throwing out the spaghetti maps and the European models and the American models, and they put everybody on alert of where the hurricanes could possibly go. But if you get one or two big storms out there in the ocean, things get pretty confusing rather rapidly. So you have to name hurricanes. My issue with the naming conventions here is we started naming tropical storms. We didn't do that in the past. We waited until it became a full grown-up hurricane, and then we would name it. But now we started naming tropical storms, or I heard someone refer to them as pre-hurricanes. No, it is not a pre-hurricane.
I will be calling them pre-hurricanes.
It either is or is not. Well, I've been trying to use garlic all week ever since our last show. Hey, you got any garlic in there? I'd like to have some garlic in my thing. Naming conventions, very simple. When it grows up to be a full-grown hurricane, it gets a full-grown hurricane name. And it's not a parody. It's not a drag name. It's a regular name. Has there ever been a Hurricane Christina?
I'm sure there has.
I don't think there has. There's not, I mean, there may be, but has there ever been a Hurricane Christina that did some damage? No. There's never been a Hurricane Anthony. There's never been a Hurricane Tony that hurt nobody. We're never going to hurt nobody. We're lovers, not fighters. Christina, she could do some damage. Karen, I can't wait for Hurricane Karen to come around. You know, she's going to, I remember Hurricane Bob came all the way up the East Coast. And if you were in Boston and your name was Bob, they would give you a free beer at the bar for Boston Bob. True story. That was like in the early 90s.
Oh, Hurricane Christina, 2014. Nailed it.
Yeah, and what did she do? Not return a phone call. That's what she did.
Category 4 tropical cyclone.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she did not call back. No, she definitely didn't.
So cyclones, tropical cyclone is usually some kind of terminology they would use on the West Coast. Where did that occur?
This was around South America.
On the west coast of South America.
Yes.
Anyway, the new Lunsby theme song helps me.
Hurricane Anthony.
I'm listening.
2003.
Really? And did Anthony do any damage?
Oh, wait, maybe that was a TV show.
Hey, speaking of film products, our friend Hal Kramer has not released the link for me to share with people for the movie, the little short film that I was in. I want to share that with you. I'm happy to be a part of a project that I think came out really well, but if he doesn't give me the link, I can't share it with you. And when I asked him for the link, I was like, hey, there's a lot of buzz about this independent film by independent filmmaker, award-winning director Hal Kramer. And he's like, I'll get it to you. And he has it. So if he ever does, I'll share it with you. In the meantime,
I'll call you back.
I'll just have to look at the director's cut that I'm not allowed to share with you. Do you have another headline for me?
Before we do that, I have an instant news update from our friends over in northern Germany area, very close to their house. A meteorite potentially just struck.
Really?
Yeah, they sent me the video that was shared in their neighborhood chat, and she's like, we could hear the boom. We thought it was on the TV because they were watching TV, and apparently, boo.
Boom. Frukensteigen und Schleitzen. Yes, fireball over Germany.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
This.
And then it just made a boom. So that's happening right now.
Okay.
I thought that was a fun in real time.
Or
could be radio, or not anyone that's listening to us.
Could be any of 1,000 other things. No, we have a family that listens to us in Germany. Now, I don't know if it's a family affair, but I definitely know Rick and his wife have listened to us on occasion, and we appreciate them. As far as our Germany listeners, with the exception of an occasional traveler of ours that happens to be in Germany, I think we can attribute most of the Germany listens to Rick and his family. Well, I'm going to. Whether I can or not, I don't know, but I'm going to. Do you have another headline prepared for me to do something with?
I do. Sleepy owl found resting among items on New York antique store shelf.
All right, first of all, this is not a healthy owl. This is not a healthy owl, okay? Owls are nighttime peoples, so they work out during the night and they sleep during the day. That's what they do. This is normal, but they don't do it inside. And they definitely don't do it inside an antique store. And I see the owl on a perch, sound asleep. I see it. I'm like, hey, that's a strange stuffed owl. Normally, they're stuffed with their eyes open. And you go over and you want to get a closer examination of the owl. And you say to an owl exactly what you would say to the owl. Hoo! And then the owl's eyes pop open and sees you looking at it. And it breaks out its talons and tries to rip your face off.
Exactly.
That's what should happen to you. Don't disturb the sleeping owl. And if you ever see a stuffed animal or something you think is a stuffed animal with its eyes closed, here's a tip. That's not a stuffed animal. That's a sleeping animal that somehow is in a place where you are not expecting to see it. Oh my, what a beautiful stuffed beaver you have. Why is its eyes closed? No. Because those things have big old teethuses. They will rip you to shreds.
They will. They're
kangaroo. You see
They're built for survival. Those are all things that you mentioned are built for survival.
You see a sleeping kangaroo, you let sleeping kangaroos lie. Or just make it a habit of...
are so insanely... They're just growing up, you envision what you believe a kangaroo to be. Kind of cartoony, right?
Very cartoony.
The idea of a kangaroo is just bizarre.
Yes, especially the big reds.
The internet. And when the internet started showing like kangaroos coming up to people and people are like standing there filming and they're so jacked and they've got the claws, like prehistoric dinosaur looking hooves. What is that?
Not cool.
But a face that you want to cuddle. Oh my gosh.
But yeah, we grew up with what I believe to be cute kangaroos, adorable, Dudley, cartoonish kangaroos. I can't think of any bad kangaroos. And then, the first time a guy parachutes into the neighborhood of a kangaroo, the kangaroo just bounces over to him and kicks him in the face.
Yeah.
I don't think we ever knew how kangaroos fought either. I thought that was we would never picture them using their tail as a pedestal to kick the snot out of you. You would just think, oh wow, a kangaroo, he's gonna punch me with his tiny little Tyrannosaurus Rex arms.
Yeah,
who's he gonna punch with those big old arms? Who's that adorable little kangaroo gonna punch with those big old arms?
You propel yourself with your butt.
Lean back.
And then whoop out.
Whoop out. Knock the air out of me. I hear a dog barking, and that's not something he normally does. So let me grab a gun and go find out what's going on.
Definitely gotta stay in Spain.
We have done all of the things that we had to do. We had some technical difficulties along the way. So you know what? If you're listening to the new Lunsby theme song a little bit longer than normal, it's because I had to make this last an hour. I remind you today, as I remind you every day, just be the best person that you could be. And if you were a great person today, be an even better person tomorrow.
And don't forget that you are loved.
Thank you for listening to T-Bone and Chick Brew. If you enjoyed that show, you should check out the Jerome McClain Show, independent media that won't reinforce tribalism. We have one planet and nobody's leaving, so let's reason together. You can find the Jerome McClain Show at the same place you actually listen to this show. Give it a shot.